814 Johnson. That part right there. Go on, let them know.
All right. Good evening for everybody that knows that I'm trying to talk to. My name is Albert Johnson and A14 Entertainment Corporation, and that's what's one of the businesses that I started. And what I'm trying to say to the hip hop culture is that it's really needed around the world and to be in more than just one or two places, but LA would need it. And I know back east or whatever, but we know it started back east. And then, but right now, we're just trying to strive and have it all. And I'm a big supporter of it. And what I try to do to young guys and young ladies, to try to tell them about some of the times that when I was coming up through the ropes and what I had to endure with and go through. And strictly being from the South, I mean, that's one thing about the South, that if you ain't got nothing, you really ain't got nothing. So right now, but I did the best that I could coming out. I told my mom, I said, I'm gonna graduate from high school for you, but I'm not going to college, but I wanted my other 4 sisters and 2 brothers to go, so that's what I worked on, to try to send them through college, to make sure that they never would have to depend on no one and nobody but themselves. But because I know I was going to be a provider and a survivor, so that's what I did. And when I left and came to LA, that's what I was all about. What I did, I got a job, and I just started to work, and plus I just started to write music and then deal with some of the providing in life and knowing what's going on in the streets and everything. This was a lot of money in the streets when I came out here, but right now ain't no money in the streets. It's all about pencil and paper right now, and that's what everybody needs to know. And when I was trying to make money and do whatever it was, I mean, it was good at the time, but right now, when culture of hip hop came out, that's when everybody was trying to go up into the music industry. So what I did, I wanted a record label, so I was writing songs, and every time I was knocking on doors, the doors were getting shut in my place, so I formed my own company. I was saving $5 a week out of my check and went to a corporation and told them that I wanted my own record label. So they said, well, yeah, you could form your own record label. All you got to do is just pay us and we'll do it for you. So that's what I did. And that's when I came up with A14 Entertainment. And then I tried to help young people and produce them, and was going through some of the times with them and trying to make sure that they knew what some of the backslide was when you be trying to get over in life, and it just don't come overnight. You have to pay your dues. And then that's when I tried to tell them about me not going to school with white and was only black that I went to school with. Couldn't drink out the same water fountain, couldn't use the same restroom, and nothing like that. And they say, hey, Juan, is that true? I say, yeah, that's true. I say, but they say, man. And I told them, I say, well, I hear y'all just running around here using the N-word, just throwing it out just like that. I said, do y'all really know what that represents? They said, nah, man, we just hear everybody else saying, so that's why we saying it. I said, well, one thing about it, I say the N-word to me, anybody could be that. I say, but you can look in Webster's dictionary and it'll tell you it ain't nothing but a machine. I said, and that's what they call us back in the South, because we work from sun up to sundown. I mean, but you have to know what, when people pay away for you not to use that word, you have to know what it represents, and don't follow suit behind everybody else saying it. Just know whatever you use in your vocabulary, know what it means, And they said, well, hey, well, thank you for telling us that, because we really didn't know that. I said, well, whenever you don't know something, it's better to ask before you use the word. And then, too, it'll help you throughout life, because it sure helped me. I said, and people's always helped me, and they told me, well, hey, one, don't work all your life for somebody else, form your own company. And I say, well, how can I do that? They say, take a little bit out your check every week. So I saved $5 a week out of my check and performed and came up with my company. And then I got caught up was paying child support, and I did that for 18 years. So the young men that going around here and say that you can't survive on a check that y'all making today, I wasn't making but $8 an hour and was paying $550 a month. And then that was from day one until 18. And I'm telling you the truth. I said, and then if I could do it back then in the day, y'all could sure don't lose your manhood and do it these days, because that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to have nothing. And then nothing from nothing leaves nothing. I said, and then when you get my age, you ain't got nothing to fall back on. I said, and then what you gonna do? But always don't let the system break you or tear you down or lose your manhood behind it. Because I didn't let it. I say, I ain't gonna let this system take over me. I'm gonna buck the system and make sure that I ride it out and do the right thing. And I'm proud that I did it. And that's why I'm speaking to you today, to try to tell all the young men, do what you have to do and survive, and then you will survive. And then you just take a little bit, and whatever you strive for in life, just make sure that this is what you want to do, and make sure it's the right thing that you want to do. And hip-hop is the right thing. If you want to make music, make the right kind of music that will sell and people would buy it. You know, don't go out there and make garbage that, you know, people would like to talk about, and then you lead the people in the wrong direction, because you got followers going to be behind you. And then, you know, like me, like I said, you know, I used to ask people to help me in the industry and stuff, but they never did have the time and whatever. And then when I used to try to go get loans and everything, they always say, well, Mr. Johnson, you ain't qualified. I say, if I'm not qualified, I say, I'm a born American citizen. I was born free, working 2 jobs in my life. I say, and then you tell me I'm not qualified? I say, but I'm not trying to speak on the other coaches that come over here and get a store, a car, a house on the hill, and everything. I say, but an American born citizen can't get nothing. I say, but it's all right. I say, because if that's the way that America works, and that's the way that y'all say the system is, I say, I guess that's what I have to live with. I say, but I'm not going to lay down with it, because I'm going to always strive for the best. And I ask God to give me the very best that He put me in here for in life. And if I can't have the very best, I don't want nothing. I said, and that's why I call myself A1, because if I can't be number 1, I'd rather not be at all. I said, and then too, that's what you strive for, being number 1 in life and do the things that you want to do in life and always stay free. I say, ain't nothing like freedom, because man, if you could walk outside and then just throw your arms up and just breathe God's fresh air, man, you ain't no animal. So why you want to be locked up in a cage for the rest of your life? I say, and then if you're not, I say, it's always something that is out there for somebody to do. But God put you here for a purpose. Find the purpose that you're here for, what you're here to do. I say, and you'll see it'll make yourself a better man or a better woman. I say, and then too, every man in life wants to be a man, and every woman in life wants to be a woman. I say, and I don't think about 5 things in life that really belong to you. That's God, that's your mother, that's yourself, that's your children, and your daddy. I say, and I think those 5 things is yours for life. I say, and then too, but you could think of anything else, but you could look around, and if you know before you leave here, those 5 things are yours for life. I say, and that's all you have to realize, that they're going to be yours. I say, anything else, it's not yours. I say, and everything down here on the face of the earth is God, because you're going to live here, and this is what you have to do, is try to make the best out of the situation that you're in. If you're going to be a worker, be the best worker. If you're going to be a hip-hop artist, be the best hip-hop artist that it is. If you're going to be anything in life, be the best of it. So like I'm saying, I'm just trying to give you a few pointers and some of the things that I've been through in life. And then I don't want no one that's coming up to try to make the same mistakes and try to go through what I went through, because I know the young generation is not going to take what I took in life, and I know you got more going for you in these days, computers, cell phones, and all that. I said, I'm just thankful and being glad to see some of it. And then too, whatever you want to do in life, be that and do that and take it from A1. Be the best that you can be. Thank you.
Go to work.